There we go. Okay, we are live, and here's my drink. It's a lovely pink drink, and although I'm not a fan of plastic straws, it was that thingy that got me excited, and it's a nice pink gin and tonic. Perfect for Puza Thursday. Okie dokie. So, yay! Thank you for joining the monthly members call. We've got 3 of you on the call now. We shall see if any of the other members join in. There might be some members who are watching silently on the Academy page, which I have open on this side over here. And so if you are watching this in the Academy page and you're wanting to know how you can jump into the conversation and mingle with all of us, then just click the purple join the conversation here button and you will be directed to Google Hangouts where you'll pop up on the screen and you can either type your questions and comments or put your hand up, unmute yourself and engage. So that's what this is all about, is having our monthly check-in with each other. So first of all, let's start with you guys. How has May been? We are celebrating New Month Eve, and part of that celebration is about reflecting on the month that is on its way out. So I want to hear from you. What has been the highlight of your May? So let's hear from you. So Kim, you've unmuted yourself. Go. You let me know.
Oh gosh, I didn't mean to. Lots of learning this month, but good learning.
Yeah.
Sure. A couple of wake-up calls and just lots and lots and lots of learning, which is always healthy.
Absolutely. It can be uncomfortable, but as you say, it's always a good thing. So I'm glad to hear that. Well done.
Yeah.
Good for you. Awesome. Okay, who's next? Alison or Barbara? Go, Alison.
So, for me, it's also been, it's still that I'm still in that growth phase and just also a lot of very uncomfortable stuff to overcome and learn and technical stuff and whatever, but making such huge progress. Any minute now, I'm ready to start actually putting it out there and testing all the systems. So tomorrow will be our first stock take using our new kind of setup with the systems and everything. So quite looking forward to that. I've changed over to Sage from my old antiquated QuickBooks, which has also been quite a thing, setting that up for starters. But what's really nice is it's cloud-based. Got all my documents now in Dropbox, so they're shareable with the team. Out with the old spreadsheets, in with new spreadsheets. Websites had a whole makeover, looking really cool, working nicely. So yeah, it's been that kind of month for me.
Awesome. And I'm sure you must have a major sense of accomplishment getting that far, because that kind of stuff can be tedious, but it's necessary.
Yeah, I have my days when I think, what did I actually do today? Because you don't get to the end of something, but when I do get to the end of it, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Congratulations. I'm so pleased to hear that. Well done. Well done. And I think we've got lots to teach us here in the Academy as well, because I know that you are the queen of systems. And I look forward to the day that when your systems are all flowing and going and doing what they should be doing on their own, that you can share your wisdom with us.
I'll be happy to share that.
Yay, thank you. Awesome. Okay, Barbara, how about you? What's been the highlight of your month?
Well, the highlight was actually yesterday realizing I have 4 clients.
Oh, yay!
I didn't know I had 4 clients. Because I was just writing down what I have to do tomorrow's month end, and I was like, wow, I have 4 people I work for with whatever. Yes. So now it's just getting more and more out there, but it's been good for my confidence.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. And that's 4 retainer clients.
Yeah, sort of, but 4 regular clients. Yeah.
Awesome.
Regular clients. Yeah.
Yay, I'm so pleased to hear that.
Very
well
excited.
done.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now just to get more and I'll be going like a Boeing.
Okay, fabulous. So on that note, so when we come to setting our intentions for the month ahead, so you always think of New Year's Eve. So you reflect on the year that has gone and what's happened and what you've achieved and what didn't get done. But then you also look at the year ahead and what do you want to get done. And so the intention with these monthly calls is that every month we reconnect to what it is that we want, because you've got to have clarity around that in order to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, how do you know that you've got there? So I'll start it again with you, Barbara. What is your then intention for June? So come this time next month, at the end of June, and we are doing our next New Month Eve call, what do you want to have achieved by that time?
So much.
So
much.
So much.
So much. I have a bit of extra time for June. So I'm actually going to sit tomorrow and just put what's in my head down on paper. And I mean, I've even been thinking about developing an app.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's big
awesome.
for me. Yeah. So but I want to brainstorm around all those things, and just see where I'm at and all of that. So June, I'm focusing on getting both arms of my business really focused and goal orientated and all of that. So by the end of June, I want to have more clients and I want to have more money in my bank account.
Awesome. So what I would suggest for you there, and as I speak to you, I'm speaking to everybody, is the monthly intention setter, specifically the business intention setter. So there's a form. I'm going to just get the link and then I'll put it into the chat box that you can complete, that to do exactly that, where you are thinking about what it is that you want to achieve, and then what are the action steps that you've got to get there, because you've got to have that clarity. And so when you say about you want to have more clients, how many more clients? Like how many? So you've got to have that clarity. And then more money in your bank, how much more money in your bank? So you've got to have that clarity. So let me just get the link for you. It is your monthly business intention. And here it is in the chat box here. So you can all just go and grab that and take that time, like you say, make it part of your month end. And funnily enough, all three of you are quite organized. So I know that you will do this and use this sheet to do that brainstorming and get that clarity around what it is that you're wanting to achieve. So, okay, so app. And how many more clients, Barbara? Let's hold you accountable here.
Realistically, I'm going to say 2.
Awesome. Cool. So 2 more clients and an app in development. And
conceptualizing it and finding out the next steps, because I have no clue. It just popped into my head and I went, okay, we'll go with that.
Okie dokie. Follow the breadcrumbs. Follow the inspiration.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always a good. Yeah, that's always a good way to go. Okay, awesome. So you're definitely going to achieve that. We are here to hold you accountable, and there's a little update in the academy that I'm going to speak about shortly. So keep in mind those goals that you're wanting to achieve for June. Okay, so well done and good on your clarity. Awesome. Okay, who wants to go next? Kim, Alison, Kim, go. Awesome.
Hi, so I want to book at least 4 clients for bean counting for creatives. I need to have some money rolling in at the end of each month, and I think 4 is manageable. And then I want to get a social media strategy for my Forever Bears, because at the moment I'm just sharing when I make something and it's sporadic, and so I need that. And then my third intention is to start structuring my week a little bit more, because right now I just hop whenever somebody calls and I don't plan my week very well. So I want to have a weekly structure of some kind, set work times, that sort of thing.
Awesome. Okay, and so you said that you want to have, it was 4 new clients.
4. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going to do to get them? How are they going to find out about?
Well, I've got one meeting set up for next week, so let's hope my personality can just turn that one straight away. Other than that, a lot of social media posting, networking. That's all I can think of at the moment. I can't actually advertise, but I will be sort of spamming Facebook a little bit at the moment.
Awesome. And what I would suggest there in terms of, like you say spamming, I know you mean spamming with air Bonnie.
No, absolutely, air quote.
Yeah, spamming. And in terms of the content, so you know as well that we've got the social media sharing recipe inside the academy. Have you had a look at that?
I have, yeah. And what I've decided to do is a lot of value. I'm going to be putting out tips, not giving away all my knowledge, but a lot of my knowledge, or a fair amount of it, because you need to build, from what I've heard, I need to build a rapport with people, and they need to understand that what I have is of value for them. So it'll be tips. I'm also thinking of a freebie, a really watered down version of what I do, for those that actually don't want to spend and can do it. I'm hoping that once they try, they'll need to come to me afterwards anyway. So yeah, those are some of the things I want to try and use.
That's awesome. And really great idea about the freebie. That is always a nice ethical bribe, they call it, so to get people into the pipeline, to give people a taster of who you are and what you can do for them. And then, like you say, when they realize, okay, well, cool, this is awesome, but I need more help, then you are the obvious choice. And I'm gonna backtrack a little bit just now, going back to Barbara. But Kim, while you're live, just explain what it is that you do, so that everybody else watching this is aware of what it is that you do.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So basically, I customize Excel spreadsheets for female creative entrepreneurs, so that they can keep their financial record keeping up to date. It's either for them to do or for me to do. Obviously, I'd prefer they're going to need me to do it for them. And it's customized. They can then see where they're at any given point. And they can also pull a report from that, a summary from that, to give to their accountants each month. And at the end of the year, if they need to pay tax, whether they're making a profit, that sort of thing. It just gives them a snapshot so that they know where they stand.
Awesome. And then the Forever Bears?
Forever Bears is a custom design bear. I take sentimental clothing that you've held on to, and I actually make a teddy bear out of it, so that instead of it being put in the cupboard, you have it out in the lounge or in your bedroom.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Abigail.
That's so beautiful. Absolutely. Okay, so you've got your social media sharing recipe. Have you had a look at the recipe, and
yes,
can you figure out how it's going to work for you and your brand?
Definitely for bean counting. As I say, I'm a little bit unsure for the bears, because it's not it's a service, but it's not a service. So I'm trying to I need to sort of perhaps go and look at some other people and what they're doing to get an idea of what to share. But although I guess I can do quotes and that sort of thing, memory quotes, etc.
Yeah, and the messaging around sentimental and family and all of that. And yes, by all means, Alison, jump in there. You wanted to give Kim some feedback.
Kim, 2 things. With your bears, are you on the mamahood groups?
No, I haven't gone mommies yet, but I need to.
Because just with what you do, that's a really good place to go. And they have some really good pricing. I think it's about 900 Rand for like a year of advertising, and they've got so many groups and so many mums on there that it's and yeah, then you can advertise in all their groups. You can go onto their website listing. They're creating a whole platform for mums who want to shop. So if you want more information about that, just give me a shout, and
will
I'll
do.
send the contact details through, because it's one of the platforms that I swear by with Facebook advertising.
Okay, great. Thanks.
And
Awesome.
then, yeah, and then the other thing was, when you do a freebie, try and do it in such a way that people have to sign up for a mailing list.
Yes, that's the plan, yeah.
You're actually gathering people. I did my first one in this month. I'm still running it. I call it my ebook, because it's an out of overwhelm ebook. So yeah, and that's brought in it. You know, in the beginning I posted it and I was quite like, oh, I didn't get like this rush of people. But what I realized is, for anybody to actually take the time to read what I've said and to sign up takes a lot of effort from anybody, because we're all so busy. So every time I get somebody signing up, I celebrate. Like, the email comes through and I see there's a new subscriber, so I know they've downloaded the ebook, and I'm not only happy that they've done it because it's great value for them, but I'm happy because I've got another subscriber. So yeah, I sit here all day going, woohoo.
I can imagine. That sounds like
Awesome. Thank you, Alison, for sharing that, and thank you, Kim, for sharing your intentions. Go and write them down, and we'll be celebrating with you this time next month, when you are able to say that you got all your clients and you got all your teddy bear clients as well. And yeah, we'll be cheersing to you this time next month. Cool.
Thanks.
Yay. Barbara, just pop in quickly and just also explain what it is that you do before we head on to Alison and Milani. Hi, Milani.
Thanks. So I am a new entrepreneur, and I have two arms of my business. I am an HR consultant. I have over 25 years of HR experience in various
industries.
Thank you. Words fail me by this time of the evening.
Yes.
And the other part of me is that I suddenly realized that I'm actually super organized, and so I'm a virtual assistant as well. And I'm so my company's name is Virtual Unicorn, because I bring the magic to you, your admin, and make it magically disappear.
Awesome. Love that. Absolutely. And I can attest to that as well. And yeah, whoop, whoop. So thank you, Barbara. And we'll be cheersing you as well at the end of next month. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, Alison, what is it that you do?
So I started off with organizational products, diaries, but I now have an online stationery store where I sell all sorts of stationery. Some are imported brands, some are my own brands. And I am busy scaling at the moment and adding all sorts of products and all sorts of brands to it. And that's why I've been doing all this work to get it ready for the big scale.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what is your intention then? So by the end of June, what are you going to be celebrating?
So much. So hopefully, what the intention is that during June we're going to be launching our new journals, which will be both arranged for corporate and for retail. And the other thing is, I'm going to run another competition. I did one last month, and I managed to get in about 600 people, new people on my mailing list for the competition.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, that's just that kind of automation in action working really well. So I want to do that again. Now that I've set it up, I know how to do it. What else? There's something else big, and I'm not remembering what it is. There was something. Yeah.
This is why we need to write them down. Just saying.
Yeah. Don't worry. Got it.
They are written down. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. So, so we're going to actually start campaigns now to start selling. So by the end of June, I want to be celebrating huge amounts of sales coming through the website.
Awesome. So how huge is huge? Let's get specifics on how many sales, like per book. How many books?
Yeah, I haven't really, I'm going to have to put thought into that. I'll feed back on the community, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect, good.
I haven't set that target yet.
Okay, and that is the key thing, that we have to be that specific.
Absolutely, you're right.
Okay, so
I
awesome.
will do that.
Fabulous, yay! Looking forward to celebrating with you. I'm going to be drinking up a storm by the time we have our next meetup.
Me too.
Okay, Melanie, unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and then tell us what your big intention is that you want to be celebrating by the end of June.
Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Cool. Okay. My little app wasn't very clear on it. So,
okay.
Hello everybody. I am a real estate agent by day. So that's my day job. But my passion is actually writing, facilitating, helping people. And what I'm busy with at the moment is I'm working on a course about conscious time mastery. And so my intention for June is to actually get that the website sorted, as well as the automation that needs to be ready, plus all of the framework, plus quite a few of the offers. I don't think I'll be able to do all of it, but I want to at least have my first 3 offers ready in terms of my authority offer, my opt-in offer, my micro offer, and then the course framework done. And then I will hopefully be able to finish the rest of it in July and be ready to launch in August. So my intention for June is to work quite hard on all of that and get all of the technical stuff done. I'm working quite hard on the creative part now, and it's going very well. So I'm very excited. And so that's my intention, is to do the work, to actually start getting everything, all of the pieces together.
Awesome, yay! So that's 3 opt-ins you said that you're going to have by the end of June.
Yeah, so it's an authority figure, so which will probably be a video. I don't think blog posts. People don't like to read, so video is probably better. And then the opt-in offer is a 3-part video, so it's 3 videos. And then there's also a micro offer attached to that, and then the course, which is the main offer. So I want to have at least the first 3 done, as well as the course framework,
yeah,
basically done and sorted out, and maybe have done a bit of work on that, as well as have the website figured out and a lot of the technical stuff and automation done.
Awesome. Well done. Well, I have no doubt that you're going to do it, because I know how on purpose this is for you and how much alignment there is. So no doubt we will be cheersing you at the end of the month, and I can't wait to see this all come together, because you put in a lot of work for this.
I know, no, I'm so excited to see it all come together. It's really been an amazing journey, and you guys have been sort of part of it. But I know I've been working so hard on it that I've been a bit absent. So when I saw the call was in progress tonight, I actually did the masterclass this month. So I felt I could actually come onto the, onto the call without actually feeling too guilty, or feeling that I'd lost out so much that I wouldn't be able to talk, comprehensively, or so, in terms of what the discussion might be. So, but
yeah,
can I maybe just also say that I found that quite helpful, and I used Aleta's sort of structure and framework to write my first video. So
fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that, and thank you for bringing that up right at this junction, because I I have to reiterate exactly what you've just said, the power of that secret, what was it, secrets of last minute presentations. And the framework that Aletta shared in this month's past masterclass was absolutely astounding, the power of it. And I too did the masterclass myself, so I get to be there while the person is recording it, and then I get to listen in while I'm editing the video. But then I actually sat as a member and I did the workshop myself, the masterclass myself, and I applied it. And I have to tell you, applying what Aletta taught, I presented it at a talk that I gave last week, which is the first talk that I've given in months and months and months, because I was doing exactly what you're doing, Melanie, now. I was deep in the development mode with the academy, and so became a hermit, and the outside world didn't exist for many, many months for me. And so finally last week, I lifted my head and got back out onto the speaking circuit and applied what Aletta had taught. And can I tell you, there was only probably 20 or so people in the audience, so it was a small network, but it was it was the most profitable presentation I've ever given, because I had the structure and I had the touch points and I had the call to action, and I'd given it that very intentional intention. And as a result, I walked away with clients signed up and people that had subscribed, become members of the academy, and all of that, because I had a game plan. And very much like you say, it's not just for presenting if you're doing public speaking, but it's also about your sales page. You can use the same framework for your sales page. You can use the same framework for a blog post or for a video or whatever. What Aletta has shared in that masterclass is so powerful. And it's something that we can all use in whichever way you are communicating with your audience. It doesn't have to be verbal. So thank you for bringing that up, Melanie.
That's my pleasure.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed that, and I found it very, very valuable, and it came at quite a synchronistic time for me when I actually needed it. So thank you.
Good. And that's the thing as well. So these master classes, yes, they are monthly, but I realize that not everybody is at that place in their journey that this masterclass is relevant for you. But that's the beauty of the academy and the way that it's set up, is that you can always go back and watch it when that does become relevant for you. So I want to encourage you to do that. Look back at the masterclasses wherever you are in your journey, and watch the ones and apply the ones that are meaningful for you right now. Inside the academy as well, Aletta gave us a 20% discount on her workshop and her one-on-one coaching, presentation coaching. So if any of you are wanting to do that, go in there, and when you register with her or you get in contact, tell her that you are a member of the academy and you'll get your discount. I attended her in-person workshop on storytelling, and again, I walked away. In fact, just today I emailed her and I said to her that I didn't know what I was going there for or what I was going to be coming out with, but what I landed up coming out with was a whole bunch of fleshed out vegan meat on the very skinny bones of my story. And it, again, is something that can be woven into not just presentations, but into how you communicate in social media. So Kim, this might be something that you're interested in, how you weave those stories as you're talking. What is the value that you're adding? So go and watch the masterclass and apply that while you are thinking about how are you going to communicate your message in the online space, how are you going to structure your stories, your call to actions, all of that. So it's multi-purpose is that framework. And so I'm very pleased to hear all of your celebrations for the month. Let's just have another ching ching to that. Cheers if you've got a drink. If you don't have a drink, then have a dop afterwards. So that's fantastic. And as is the way, when we have these conversations, invariably the focus is business, because that is what we think we need. However, or that's what we want to be doing is the business, and because it aligns with purpose, and we need the money and we need the clients and we need all of that. However, there are whole other aspects of you. So I'm going to very quickly go through each one of you and ask you for what is one intention, for your personal confidence, and what is one intention for your creative confidence that you also want to set for June? Because we are, and I'm just as guilty, so focused on business, but you're actually a multifaceted, dynamic woman, and you have other aspects to you outside of your label as entrepreneur. And those aspects fuel the woman who needs to show up in her business. So if you're not paying attention to you personally, whatever that looks like for you, whether it is mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, or your creativity, your creative outlet, if you're not feeding your childlike playfulness, or if you're not allowing yourself to create for no reason except for the experience of creating, then you're going to start running on empty. You need that to be able to fuel the business side of you. So very quickly, what's one creative and one personal intention that you can set for June? Alison, let's start with you. Putting you on the spot. Go with whatever comes up.
I knew you were going to pick me first. So from a personal, what I really enjoy and what really feeds me is being out in nature, and as well as exercise. So I got on my bike last weekend, which was really awesome. Rode through the green belt in Constantia. Don't know if you've been there. It's a fantastic ride. It's not too technical, not too difficult, but had about an hour and a half. It's just, I sit in the gym often and on that bicycle, and I look through the window at Newlands Forest, the mountain, and I just think I'd far rather be out there. I'm grateful for the gym and grateful for my membership and whatever, but it's not quite the same as being out there on the bike. So yeah, that really fueled me, and I'm going to do it again on Sunday. From a creative point of view, I am really in that thing at the moment where I've got my head down working very hard. I don't want it always to be like that, and that's why I'm doing it now. But I am seeing somebody who's been helping me on a coaching level, just on a personal level, just to go through some things. So yeah, that I suppose would be the one thing I'm doing for myself at the moment. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yay. So we will be acknowledging, you'll be telling us all about your rides in the forest and how awesome your coaching sessions have been going.
I will, yes.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Barbara?
Goodness, it's my turn again.
Yes.
If you hear noises in the background, it's just Matthew. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I need to connect more with my spiritual side again. I did the biggest labyrinth in Africa on Sunday, and I've realized how much I like that whole spiritual side of me that kind of gets neglected when you're doing the day-to-day, mom, businesswoman, daughter, trying to have friends, and all your friends need counseling, and I'm a natural counselor, so I give a lot of myself all of the time, and I realized that I actually need to just bring that back and focus on the spiritual. So I'll be meditating more. I'm going to find my coloring in things. Instead of watching rubbish or working at night, I'm going to color in again and meditate.
Fabulous.
So that's a bit of the creative as well, because I used to do a jewelry class and I had to give that up because of monetary reasons. So I think that the coloring in and just centering myself will help a lot with that. And also my office space is not looking great, so I want to get creative with that and put things up and just make it more me, really.
Lovely. That's so good. And you are going to just love who you are when you are feeding yourself those things that really speak to you, and you also you kind of teach yourself and the universe how to treat you when you prioritize your needs, and you make space and time for those introspective things. So well done.
Yeah,
That's gonna be awesome.
my big thing is that I must learn not to be available all the time.
Absolutely.
And it's tough,
Yeah.
it's in my nature, but it is what it is. And I'm not going to be available all the time because I need time for me.
There you go.
So,
and you'll be more effective and more available if you've carved out that time just for you, doing the things that you need. Good. Yay. Okay, so we're going to hear all about your meditations and your coloring in. You can show us your mandalas or whatever at the end of next month. We look forward to that. Yay. Awesome. Okay, Kim.
Hi. So on a personal level, I have issues with gluten and lactose and a whole lot of stuff. And I've really let that slide. So in June, I'm going to make a concerted effort to get the diet back on track. I can feel, I really feel it in my body when I do have the stuff that's not good for me. And then creatively, I've decided to try and meet up with a friend at least once a week, a different friend, and go and have coffee and play and do something that isn't work related. With the bears, I have creative expression, but that's now work again in a sense. So yeah, I'm going to go and play at least once a week. I'm going to go and have coffee and chat about nothing important.
Fantastic. And that connection and knowing that you're supported by people who love you, that's really great for reconnecting and being able to voice whatever's going on, and oftentimes you realize how much you actually just keep to yourself because
Definitely.
you are always by yourself, so you never actually speak to anybody. So that's awesome. Yay, well done. And
Cool.
good on you on the health front as well, because if your body's not feeling good, then your brain doesn't work quite as well, and then you're fuzzy and you're not being as productive as you could be, and it's all connected.
Yeah, I've noticed this week I just can't focus enough. So yeah, back to the strict diet.
Good. Well, rather, I'd reframe that. What's your wording around that?
True.
Strict diet. Rather make it, a conscious lifestyle choice.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What's your wording around that? But well done. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to be celebrating with a gluten-free and a what was the other one? Lactose-free drink at the end of the month, and we'll be celebrating the progress you've made on both fronts. Going out for coffee with no milk. Oh yes, you
drink I don't do milk. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah. So awesome! Yay! Thanks. Well done. Cool. Okay, Melanie.
Well, I must say, because of the sort of place where I'm at with my project, I'm basically dripping with creativity. So I don't need any more goals.
Awesome.
Than that. It's it's my daily life. But I've found that I sort of had to learn to walk my talk and have a lot of balance in my life during this process, because otherwise it's very easy to get burnt out. So one of the goals that I have is I'm training for a trail run up Signal Hill and Lions Head in September. So I have been doing my training runs, etc., and it's going well. So I am definitely doing that sort of physical part, the exercise, getting out, and I love trail running and getting out in nature anyway. And the other day I was working in the morning and writing and getting stuff together. And then when I sort of had to do a bit of my real estate job in the afternoon, my head just felt like it would explode because it was so tired and sort of, it's really a process that takes it out of you. So I sort of went for a walk in the forest over lunchtime, and then came back and sat back down at my computer and did my other real work. And I've also been meditating daily. I have to. It's sort of, when I wasn't in this process, it was sort of optional. I could get by without it, but at this stage, I can't really. I have to do it. So I don't have specific goals around that I, or specific new goals, let me put it like that, because I already have had to get quite conscious about taking care of myself, not rushing forward, taking it slow, allowing myself some time for breaks, getting away from it all, going to watch a movie, and not being sort of in that sort of creative bubble all of the time. Yeah, so
Awesome.
but my goal for June would be to definitely continue that. Otherwise, you won't be seeing me. I won't survive the process
And I was going to say,
eating alive.
yeah, and that's what I was going to say, is that ultimately, like, setting these goals is about exactly that which you are experiencing, is that it just becomes part of who you are. It's just part of your lifestyle now, that it's not something that you have to necessarily set. It just is. And so with all of these intentions, this is the whole point of the process, is to be able to just make it part of who you are. So well done for being at that place. And I know that you've done all the work on yourself to know how important all of this is for you, especially when you're so neck deep in the development and the creative space that you are. So well done. Awesome. Yay. And so I'm glad that we've mentioned all of these personal and creative intentions, as well as the business intentions, because it ties in so beautifully with next month's theme, which I'm really excited about. The theme is deliberate living. And so it is exactly that you've got to be intentional about who you're being and how you're showing up, and what the kind of person you need to be in order to show up in your best way, in order to be your most productive and most present and most creative and most productive. I've said that already. But it's about being deliberate. And our guest expert is Dr. Liana Ruert. She is a general surgeon who is based down in Somerset West, and she actually specializes in breast surgery. And the reason why she is the masterclass expert speaking specifically about deliberate living is because she believes that she doesn't want us to wait until that day when, if and when we get a catastrophic diagnosis before we start making changes. She says that for her is the saddest part about what she does, because she's just delivered some really bad news to her patient, and then now they're going to change things. And so what she's teaching in this masterclass is, no, it's the other way around. Change things so that you don't land up in her office. So everything from, funnily enough, time tracking. So you'll be very interested in that one, Malani, I know. And everybody here being all productive, time tracking, how important that is. But she talks about your mind, being deliberate about your thoughts, being deliberate about sleep, and how sleep is directly related to your health and your well-being, and that you've got to take it seriously. And that being, this whole, you see it on social media, that, we're hustling and grinding in business and living on 4 hours of sleep every night. That's not something to be proud of, and everybody's body is different. So you see somebody else saying that doesn't mean that that's what you've got to be doing. You have to deliberately listen to your body. And if your body says you need 8 hours sleep, your body needs 8 hours sleep. It's not for you to whip it into submission until, one day, who knows. She says that there are correlations between sleep or lack thereof, or quality of sleep, and these horrific diagnoses. And she also speaks about spiritual. So in terms of what that looks like, and your intentions around that, being deliberate about your spiritual practices. And then finally, the obvious one is food and health, and what you're doing for your body. And are you being deliberate? Are you just living by default? And so I'm very excited about this masterclass. She's got some amazing lessons. We've got some great tools for you to use, and there's also as there is with all the masterclasses, a daily challenge. And now that's one thing I want to update you all on in the academy, is the daily challenges. So for me, this is really the crux of everything that we ever learn, because how many of you have read a book or watched a documentary or watched a YouTube video or something, you've learned some new things, you're super empowered, motivated and inspired, and then you go and do nothing about it. So you've got this new knowledge, you've got this new awareness of what you should be doing and what is possible, but you don't actually apply it. So in the academy, what I really want to start pushing us all to do is to start tracking our daily habits, start tracking what we are putting into action on a daily basis. And whether you do that in a journal or whether you do that with one of the downloadable and printable sheets, or whether you use the personal habit tracker, which I highly encourage you to do. Specifically the tickable one inside the academy, which you'll find in the habit tracker section, or in the, I've now put it in the sidebar of the community chat, because you can say, you can tick your day 1 and then you can save your progress, tick day 2, tick day 3, and as you go, save your progress. I've broken it down now into 7 days at a time. So the daily habit trackers are now 28 days long, so that we can keep it nice and neat for those of us who are a little OCD. 7 days at a time, nice and square, and you can save your progress as you're going, and it keeps you on track. You can see your little blue ticks, and what you may not know is that when you get to the end and you submit and you celebrate your whoop whoop, 28 days I've completed, hurrah, I can see that you've submitted that. So I'm your accountability partner to help you stay on track with whatever the habit is, whether it's related to the masterclass or if it's something that you specifically want to be instilling, a personal project or whatever. Keep that ticking off and I will hold you accountable. If I don't see at the end of June multiple habit trackers coming into my inbox, I'm going to be hunting you down and saying, hey, where is your habit tracker? You haven't kept up to date, naughty, naughty. Because this is where we are going to form those habits. That's where we become intentional and deliberate. And like Milani said about making it part of who you are, that you no longer have to think about it, it just is. But you have to go through that uncomfortable 1 day at a time, making this a habit. So I want to really encourage you this month, this coming June, use those habit trackers inside the academy. Log in every day, and when you've done the thing that you set out to do, choose one of your intentions that you have mentioned here tonight and use the habit tracker to keep you on track. So what is that one thing you're going to do every day in the direction of that goal, so that by the time you reach the end of the month, you will have achieved that goal because you've done something every single day. And then I want to see my inbox flooded with all of your, I've done it, I did 28 days, yay. Okay, so I'm going to hold you accountable. And so then next thing is, member of the month. So we've had so much interaction going on in the community chat this month. I'm super grateful for everybody. There have been some changes. What you might have noticed is that on the community chat page, you now have like a feed that looks like Facebook, as opposed to the categories. You can still go into the categories if you want to, but the main kind of view when you're on the community chat, shall I show you, or do you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, so the community chat has changed its face a little bit, so it looks more like a Facebook feed. So you are able to just see the most recent posts as opposed to going into the different categories, but you can still go into the categories if you want to. Other updates that you need to be aware of in the toolkit, there is 3 new stock image collections. So the bottom right-hand corner, stock image library, there's now 3 new collections that you can download and use as you please. So that's being filled up nicely. The reading list has been filled out a little bit as well. There's going to be a couple of new downloadables coming on the 1st of June that'll get uploaded, and I will be sharing that in the community chat. And hopefully by the end of June, this is one of my intentions for the academy, the next course will be live, which is camera confidence. So I'm putting together a whole course on how to show up in front of the camera with confidence, whether it is still camera or video camera. And most definitely video camera, because that is the way the world is going. And so if you're shying away from video, you're missing out. And yes, Alison, I know you need this. You are front of mind when I create this particular course. And Kim says she needs this as well. Yes, see, that's it. So my intention is I'm actually booking away. Thank you, Milani, for the thumbs up. I'm booking myself away from home and away from the computer so that I can get that course recorded and edited. So hopefully that'll be out by the time we celebrate, and I'll be going whoop whoop for that. So look out for that. And then what else is new? I think there's a couple of layout changes in the chat feed as well. I moved the question of the week and the link to the masterclass into the sidebar as well, just so that it all makes a bit more sense. Our meetups, our Over Coffee Confidence meetups, they are mushrooming behind the scenes. So on the 5th of June, it'd be awesome if you can all come and join us. They are growing in popularity, and the CBD one is actually full to capacity. So yeah, I'm very intentional about keeping them small. So that's why they are starting to mushroom. We've got ambassadors signing up, and I'm excited. Behind the scenes, we've got quite a few lined up, and as they roll out, I'll be announcing that. But if you missed the CBD bookings, we've still got the southern suburbs. So Claremont, we've got a meetup happening there, and Judith Anquetil, who was one of our masterclass experts earlier in the year, she'll be hosting that one. She's our first first ambassador. She'll be hosting that. We've got 6 seats left for that one. So if you still want to get going there. And we've also got badges. So if you want a member's badge, you can download that from the community chat page as well, the chat feed page, and put that all over your, I don't know, wherever you want to put them. Wherever might be appropriate. If you want to put it on your forehead, fine, we won't judge. So you can download that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the changes. Guest bloggers, if any of you are wanting to put your writing skills out there, if you feel like you've got something to share, if you want a little bit of extra reach, then we are taking guest blogger submissions. I'll put a link down there. And Barbara says writing is scary. Really? No, not at all. Writing is awesome. It's one of those things. It's a creative outlet, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it's an opportunity for you to demonstrate your expertise, and will help spread the word of how awesome an expert you are. So if you want a little bit of extra, spreading the love, we're happy to do that for you. Just submit to the guest blogging. And then the member of the month is Fiona Fitzpatrick. Fiona. She's not on the call, but she has been highly engaged in the chat feed, and she's been welcoming everybody, all our new members. We've had quite a few new members this month, which I'm super excited about. This is the way the Academy is going to grow. Thank you for that. So I'll be letting Fiona know by email that she is the member of the month, and that means that I'll be featuring her on our social media. She'll also be getting a little badge inside the chat feed. And why we do this is because I want to help, spread the word about who you are and what it is that you do, to acknowledge your engagement, and that when you engage in the Academy, not only are you benefiting, but the people who read your messages, they benefit, and you should be celebrated. And so again, I want to help promote your business and put you out there. And yeah, so very excited about that. And another thing as well that was introduced this month is the affiliate program. So if you're wanting to earn from being a member of the Academy, then you can sign up to the affiliate program. I'll put the link in the chat box shortly and underneath the recording of this video. And then you will get a special link, which if you share and somebody signs up using your link, you get 25% every time they pay their membership fee. So it's not just a once-off that you earn, it is every time that person keeps their membership active. I will be honest, at the moment, the affiliate program is working for PayPal, and I'm still working on the technical side of things of making it work with PayFast. So give me a little bit of like grace to get that all sorted. But you can go and get your link in the meantime, and you can start sharing that if you want to. And that right there, I think, is that. Have we got any questions or any feedback or any input, anything that I can make work better inside the academy that you'd prefer worked a different way? Let me know. Otherwise, any other news that you want to share, and maybe as a way of closing off, share with me how you intend to end the month and start the month on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you on the confidence scale? Number 1 is you're hiding out and you're pulling the covers over your head and you're not getting out of bed. And 10 is like, hello world, on the world stage, out there on video, and you're doing all of that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you intending to be for the month of June? I want to hear from you. So let's start with you, Melanie.
I think just based on where I am in my process, probably starting it off at a 7, but getting close to a 10 at the end of the month.
Awesome. Yay! That is fantastic. Well done. Awesome. Kim?
I'm feeling around about a 4 at the moment, but I'm working to get to a 7, I think.
Awesome. Whoop, whoop. I have no doubt you're going to get there. We're going to get you there. Yay.
Yes.
I'm excited for you. Cool. Barbara?
I vacillate. I think I'm about a 6 or a 7 now, but I'm working towards that 9, 10 kind of goal of just owning it.
Yes, yes. Okay, we've got your back. You can do it, I promise. Okay, we believe in you. Fantastic. Okay, Alison, go.
I think Barbara said it for me. I like that word, vacillate.
It's a good word.
Yeah, pretty much me starting on a 6, heading for a 9.
Okay, awesome. Yay. We are glad to hear that. That is fantastic. Oh, yay. And look at that, Haley. Oh, my goodness. How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Are you
Cruised in
good?
at the last second.
Wow, yeah, we're just like wrapping up here now, but hey, better late than never.
I actually was on the site, so I've been on for a little while.
Okay, awesome.
And then I realized I couldn't really hear a lot of what the other ladies were saying, so I switched over to Google Hangouts. Audio is much better, so yeah.
Okay, good. Well, we are glad to have you here, and so as not to kind of reiterate everything as you have been watching, give us a number on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you on the confidence scale, and where do you want to roll off the end of June?
Can you hear me? I seem to have lost.
Can hear you. No, can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I was probably feeling about around a 5 or 6, and then after listening to you, you're so infectious that you like walk away and you feel, yes, I'm gonna take this month on, like easy peasy, no problem, So it's always so cool. You have a wonderful personality and disposition, and it just like rubs off,
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yay, I'm so pleased. Say that again.
No, that you should come in a pill format.
Oh.
Barbara said it.
Oh. Okay. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I think that's like the best compliment I've ever received. I'll be like A. You can call me A. That sounds like a happy drug. Awesome. Okay.
Or a drink,
so, Abby, yeah, I think I'll have to go and investigate that. Maybe it's just the gin talking. I don't know. I can't really take all the credit. Awesome. Okay, well, I thank you all for joining in. I'm so glad that I didn't have to speak to myself tonight. It does make a difference, I will say. And as the kind of months roll on in the academy, and I find my feet and you find your feet, and we all find our all feet together, you know, so we will progress and elevate our confidence together. So thank you for being here, and thank you for elevating my confidence. You've certainly done that for me tonight, and I'm so excited about all the awesomeness that all of us are going to create in June. I can feel the vibes. We are high vibe people, and seriously, we are out here to change the world. I have no doubt, I have absolute faith in all of you that you're going to achieve your goals and your intentions. You believe in you. You see yourself confident. You see yourself as the person who achieves those things. You see yourself 30 days from now when you're going to be saying, you know what, I set that intention, and not only did I kick that intention's ass, I added on 2 extras. So I'm excited to be cheersing that with you. I hope you have a wonderful month. Please do come in and chat and like keep your daily habit tracker up to date. I'm watching you. There's a couple of things behind the scenes happening as well, the technical side of things that's going to encourage you more to keep on track with all of your goals and intentions. And at the end of the day, not only do you benefit by keeping on track, but all the clients benefit that are out there waiting for you to show up. And when you meet their expectations, when you exceed their expectations, everybody wins. It's a win-win-win. You win, they win, the world wins. So we all need you to show up.
Yay.
So, yay. Awesome. So thank you. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Go rest, take it easy. Have a wonderful Friday, wonderful month ahead, and we will see you again soon. Next live chat is on the 15th of June, I think it is. Is that right? No.
No, it's
it's a Saturday.
Oh, okay. It's not then. Hold on. It is on my calendar. It went there today.
It's on the 13th.
There we go. Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Thursday.
13th. Thursday, 13th of June. That's going to be a Q&A call with Dr. Liana Rutt. So if you've got any questions about her masterclass that will be going live on Saturday, the 1st of June, get stuck in there, start doing the things, and then come and join the Q&A on the 13th. If you've got any questions, bring them. If you can't attend live, send them in the community chat. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a great call. Otherwise, before I let this carry on any further, have yourself a fantastic evening. Bye.